Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharida. Welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, well, thank you all so much for the love and the continued support of my channel. Today's video, you guys, is going to be fragrances that wear really well in high heat. Now, all week in Atlanta, Georgia, it has been about 90 degrees flat, okay? So having fragrances that particularly do well in high humidity, very high heat, just hot, sticky, nasty weather, it's important that I have those in my collection, okay? So these fragrances are all quite phenomenal, and we have a good little range. So I feel like no matter what your taste is, whether it be spicy, sweet, a little aldehydic, whatever it is, I've got you covered, all right? So without further ado, you guys, let's jump right into today's video. All right, you guys, so the first fragrance on the list is actually not a fragrance, it's actually a combo. All right, so I have combined these two like beautiful aldehyde bombs to create one of the most sophisticated grown women about her bag, about her business combinations that will have you smelling and feeling so put together and fresh and beautiful. And that is going to be Beige by Chanel, layered with La Perla's Invisible Touch. Now, you have to like aldehydes to like this combination. But I feel like this one right here is probably one of the most beautiful, you know, aldehydic fragrances on the market. Invisible Touch is so, it's almost like sparkling, very soft feminine touch and quality about it. It doesn't wear too heavy. I feel like this one is right around just a hair above skin scent. People will be able to smell this on you, and I feel like the longevity on it is probably going to be 4 or 5 hours. Not the best longevity, but this is one that's so beautiful and wears so, you know, clean and classic and just effortless that it's worth decanting, taking with you, and topping off. It is very fresh wearing. You do have a little spice at the top with pink pepper, but it's not anything that comes off as a spicy fragrance. You've got this fresh bergamot. You have gorgeous purple flower. I think violet is featured in here. It is balanced with a creamy ylang ylang, and you have some paradisone and rose. Now, it doesn't come off as anything like a rose fragrance. It's just there kind of doing its thing to balance everything out. Got some ambroxan in the base, some benzoin, a little bit of rosewood, and a touch of patchouli. So when I tell you, if you're looking for a fresh fragrance that really does make you feel like something about the La Perla fragrances, they make you feel like, you know, what they're trying to exude or display. This Invisible Touch is like, I'm so beautiful, I'm fresh, I'm pristine, you can't touch me, all right? Like, this is like, you're heavenly, you smell heavenly, okay? And very, very fresh. So Beige, this is my first Chanel fragrance because, as you know, I just really do not vibe with that house. Number one, because they put patchouli in a lot of their fragrances, which I think was super popular, you know, back in the day. But I just feel like they really go hard on patchouli, and I feel like it makes a lot of their fragrances smell quite dated. Now this one, no patchouli. Sign me up, all right? It's a little sweet, have that honey note in there, and it is balanced with some freesia hawthorn and frangipani. And very simple in note profile, okay? But if you love a floral scent, and even though they don't have aldehydes listed, it's quite aldehydic to my nose. So when you layer these together, this is going to help with the longevity of this one. You're going to smell out of this world. 100-degree weather, be damned, okay? Because I'm going to smell great either way when I am wearing that combination right there. The next one is going to be for the girl who just cannot do without her spicy fragrances. And when you think high heat, you think about putting anything with a predominant spiciness to the back of the perfume cabinet, and you're not going to bring her out until fall, okay? But that is not the case with Dolce Amalfi from Xerjoff. So this is quite warm and spicy because it has this gorgeous, you know, cardamom at the top, which you really do get throughout. You've got some cloves, some tolu balsam, it's incensey, but you have this gorgeous green apple. You've got some quince. And if you don't know what quince is, it's almost like a combination of pear and apple. So there is this fruity freshness to it. And you have saffron, which I don't really pick up on, but it is there lending it, again, a warm and spicy quality. It's so, these fragrances in this house are so well blended. It's very hard to pick out just, you know, particular notes when you get your nose on Georgia fragrances. This one is a little sweet. It's balmy. You've got this base of tonka bean. You've got some vanilla, some musk, some amber, some cedar. So the way they have been able to capture something quite warm, okay, and spicy, but balanced perfectly with those fruits that actually carry throughout the life of the scent. This one is just a warm and spicy fragrance that works all year, okay? And it works in high heat. Again, just very versatile, and one I think you should definitely get your nose on. Again, this one is Dolce Amalfi by Georgia. Okay, so this next one is a newer release, and this one is going to be for someone who just loves a woody scent. You love sandalwood, but sandalwood can get to that place where, you know, unless it's a dry sandalwood, if it's a little creamier, it can get really lactonic. It can feel really thick, really heavy. But this here, Velvet Santal, it wears so beautifully in really, you know, warm temperatures, as it should, okay, as Mr. Hassan lives in Dubai. And the weather there is very hot. And, you know, this is just, these Santal fragrances that have just recently been released by Kelly are phenomenal. Okay. This one, the Velvet, I feel like it wears lighter. It is very smooth, like velvety quality texture for sure. So appropriately named. It does not lean masculine, okay? I feel like this is very straight up in our unisex. I mean, of course, because most of their market is, you know, the woman buyer, the female buyer. But I do like that they gave us something that I feel like a man will just without a doubt be able to pull off easily. You've got some jasmine, you've got some tea leaves, of course, sandalwood. Also got some white musk and this gorgeous warm benzoin that gives it this magnetic, you know, warm feel. And it is just stunning, okay? Stunning fragrance, again, that is not going to wear too thick, too heavy. It's smooth, but it's not anything I would classify as like lactonic or thick. It's got just this touch of sweetness from the benzoin, but it is a gorgeous Santal fragrance. So if you are looking for something with a predominant sandalwood note, then look no further, because this one coming in right at $100 is an amazing price point for a fragrance of this quality. Again, this one is Velvet Santal 35 from the wedding collection of Kelly. All right, you guys, so this next one is going to be from the House of Kriegler, and this is Charming California. You guys, this was the very first citrus fragrance I fell in love with, okay? Look, citrus is it's always very tough for me, because depending on how it's done, especially in that designer world, it can get very cleaning products very fast. Like Dolce & Gabbana, the whole light blue, oh my God, no. Like, you smell like you're going to clean the kitchen countertops with that fragrance. All of them I've ever smelled, they just don't vibe with me. Now this one is so beautifully done. Very pricey, okay? This house is very pricey, but I just feel like this juicy bergamot, this freshness and greenness from this gorgeous tea note and this orange blossom, and it's just stunning. So if you want to smell citrusy and fresh and a little bit of a green touch, but doesn't get overly green, because it is, you know, the greenness is lent from like green tea. So it's not like, what is a really green note that's hard to digest? Like a petitgreen. It's not green in that way. So you don't have to fear, but like I always say, please do not blind buy these fragrances at this price point. You may smell this and you may think this is beautiful, but not for this price point. I happen to think that everything that I own from Kriegler is exquisite. 12 out of 10 fragrances. And again, the very first fragrance that really wowed me, that's a citrus fragrance. It's not overly complex, but in true Kriegler fashion, they really know how to blend their fragrances. The quality of the perfume oils are just next level, and therefore the fragrances are as well. So get a sample. The samples are very steep on the website as well, but usually my first go-to is MERCARI. Some people get, you know, when you purchase, you get free samples. You get to pick like 4 or 5. And a lot of people, you know, once they sample it, they decide it's not for them. You know, after 1 or 2 sprays, they go ahead and they sell it. So that is a cheaper way to get a sample. If you live in places, I think like New York, Chicago, Texas, they do have Kriegler boutiques, and all of their boutiques are located within, like, you know, those 4 or 5 star type of hotels. I think like the Plaza or Intercontinental, or, you know, one of those. So check this one out if you're able to, because I think this is just a stellar, stunning citrus fragrance. Again, this one is Charming California 215 by the House of Kriegler. Okay, so this next one is my latest Perfumes de Marly edition. I told you I'll be buying this during the JOMASHOP sale, and bought it. I did. OMG, Meliora is so gorgeous, and I really can't believe that I went so long without giving this baby a chance. I would see it in Nordstrom, and I would always just, it looks so, it's cute, but unappealing, but I don't know. I can't make sense of it, okay? Black currants, okay? It's musky. It's just flat out feminine, gorgeous, freshness, fruitiness, and you need it, okay? You need it. Like, perfect. Perfect, perfection, and wears so wonderfully in those really hot, humidity, muggy temperatures, okay? So if you want to have a little sweetness, a little fruitiness, but you don't want it to be super sweet and cloying and too heavy, this one is perfect. I feel like this has moderate wear. You're going to get a good, at least a good 6 hours, and it really comes alive on the skin in, you know, that hot weather. So if you're looking for a black currant scent that I feel like it's just a little stronger, as far as the quality, the refinement, than what you're getting, because there are like 600,000 black currant fragrances in the designer market right now. If you want something a little elevated, but not, you know, anything overly complex, simple but beautifully done black currants, then definitely check this one out. Again, this one is Meliora, and I picked this up at like 50% off of retail from JOMASHOP. They aren't running a PDM sale right now, but of course, when they do, I will keep you updated. All right, so the next two are actually from the same house. The first one is going to be AVENTUS for her, and this is from the House of Creed. So this is for the girl who wants a beast mode, fresher scent that is very boss babe. And I say that because this is highly unisex. A man can wear AVENTUS for her and smell freaking amazing. It is very, very woody, okay? And when you have a very, very woody fragrance that is beast mode, it just tends to lean, you know, either very unisex or just slightly masculine. The way they have constructed this one, the way the woodiness is, the green apple, like woody green apple, those are things we typically find in, you know, more masculine leaning fragrances. But I do feel like the sweetness of it, the florals that it's blended with, it comes off as unisex to me. Unisex, but still doesn't lose its feminine touch, okay? Again, test this one. It's pricey, and some women thinks this actually leans more masculine. I don't. I feel like it's unisex, and I feel still feminine when I wear this one. So it's gorgeous. Room filling, lasts 10 plus hours. So if you're looking for something high heat, you want everybody to smell you, and you want it to last all day, then this one is absolutely one you should get your nose on. All right, so this next one just screams summer vacation in a bottle. And this is also from the House of Creed. This is Virgin Island Water. Oh, you guys, I mean, just take me away. There is this gorgeous white rum in here that just makes you feel like you're on vacation. It's balanced so beautifully with the coconut, okay? Coconut is like a fresh coconut water type of coconut. It's not creamy. or anything like that to me. I think it's got some hibiscus in here. It's perfectly unisex. Again, I don't feel like this leans masculine, but again, beautifully boozy quality, but something that is going to wear well in warm weather. It doesn't come off as like, you know, rum can give a warm quality. It's definitely a white rum feel to it. So again, vacation mindset. Okay, I'm thinking, you know, I got me a glass of Malibu with a shot of, you know, Lord knows what else in there, and I just made me this beautiful cocktail. I'm sitting on the beach, I'm taking it all in, and this is absolutely the fragrance I will be wearing to, you know, to pull the whole thing together. All right, so if you're looking for vacation in a bottle, now this one, definitely get this at a discount, because like most creeds, I feel like this is one of the few that are worth full price point. Get this at a discount because it's very pricey, and the performance these are very light notes. Okay, so the performance is definitely lacking. I would say after about 3-4 hour mark, you're gonna have to top it off. I don't mind carrying a decant or two with me, and I just cover myself in it because it's so refreshing and so refined. And I just think that this is a gorgeous fragrance to wear on those really hot days that you just cannot be bothered with anything that is going to like suffocate you. This is a wonderful one for that type of an occasion. All right, and so the last one on this list is going to be ACCENTO Viola. Not to be confused with the regular ACCENTO. This is from the house of Suspiro, and this one is very green, you guys. So if you prefer for your fragrances freshness to come from a green note rather than say something citrusy, then this is the way to go, because it has this gorgeous, I would say, underripe pineapple. It's pineapple, yes, but it's not super sweet. And it does, you know how sometimes like a Lamar, like the pineapple is so juicy and it is literally like overly ripe sweet, that like on its way out, about to be, you know, about to be rotting sweet, like that perfect amount of overly ripeness, I guess you could say. This one does not have that, but it's like a very fresh cut pineapple that's probably still a little hard when you bite into it, that type of a pineapple. Oh, but this wears so beautifully, you guys. So this one has a touch of pink pepper. You've got some jasmine and iris, so it's giving it, you know, a little bit of a powdery quality. It's musky. You've got a base of amber, vetiver. You've got some vanilla, and just a touch of patchouli grounding it. And I just think that this one is so wonderful. It has the hyacinth in it, which is going to, though it's a purple flower, it really does lend a green quality to a fragrance. So if you love green notes in particular, so if you want something that has amazing longevity, you know, moderate projecting, and just very clean, very fresh, slight, you know, hint of fruitiness from the pineapple, then this one is one you should definitely check out. I love it, and nothing makes me feel fresher and more beautiful than this addition right here. I actually layer these, and when I tell you, I'm like smelling myself and taking in the whiffs of myself and just feeling myself when I wear them. That is completely a fresh, you know, vibe that works for really all year. Like I can see someone making this like a signature scent type of combo here, but if you just want to smell fresh, clean, a little bit of fruitiness with that pineapple, ACCENTO Viola is definitely one you should check out. All right, you guys, so that is our video for today. Fragrances that I absolutely love wearing in high heat, high thick humidity. Like you cannot go wrong with these, trust me. All right, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Be sure notification bell is turned on to all, and last but not least, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up as it helps the channel to grow. It's been real. I love you all, YouTube, and I will catch you guys on the next one.